I feel old moment for the day. Kiyan Anthony, man.
Boom. That's what I was talking. That's
Kiyan
there we go.
Anthony committed to Syracuse University. One of my earliest memories of college basketball was watching the 2-3 zone, Jim Boeheim, Carmelo Anthony, Gary McNamara. Who was the other guy that played
Hakeem
for him?
Ward.
Hakeem Ward. Yeah, Hakeem Ward.
I know a couple other players too. Like that's when I really started. Like that, I fell in love with Syracuse then, bro.
Man,
like, sheesh,
so seeing freaking his son, who wasn't even born when I watched Melo play at Syracuse, commit to Syracuse, bro. First of all, if I'm I'm not even mad that he committed to Syracuse because it was Syracuse, Florida State, and USC. We know that Kiyan is a New York nigga, like through and through. So he wasn't going. He wasn't going to USC. Yeah. He wasn't going to where Bronny went.
They tried. Yeah, they tried that one.
He ain't doing it. And then he ain't going to Florida State. Florida State, nah, that ain't Syracuse, bro. That's like Syracuse's basketball royalty, bro. Like you want to go to not only where your dad went, but that's your home, bro, Syracuse. And so I've been like observing how Carmelo and Lala have like talked about how he came to his own decision and how they wanted him to be his own man by naming him Kiyan Carmelo Anthony, like different first name, which is kind of what LeBron want. Well, I guess Bronny wants to do with himself by not being LeBron James Jr., but being Bronny James. But even then, like he's James Jr. on his jersey, which is kind of like you not really your own guy, but I get it. But regardless, I think I'm happy for him. He's definitely going to go to the league. I think at some point he might go next year or after he plays in college for 1 year, because I think he has the tools to be at minimum a good role player in the league. He can shoot his ass off, man. He can shoot. He can score. He's going to keep growing. He's like 6'5" right now. He might go to like 6'6". I think when he gets a little bit older. But yeah, I'm excited for Kiyan. What y'all think of Kiyan going to Syracuse?
I think it's a beautiful story, man. But first of all, let's go back up Jim Boeheim's defense, bro. That's a whole course to study, bro. I promise you, I'll try to get there one day, man. And that's not even. It's okay. Just call it 2-3 zone. It really should be called the Boeheim zone, like the way he did that with those matchups. But anyways, Kiyan, man, awesome player, awesome. I just want to know what's going to happen of all these players' sons that we have. Like, who's going to like really rise and be that nigga? And Kiyan's got a really great chance, I think, of being that way.
I think Gilbert's son might be the one.
That's what I was gonna go.
I think Gilbert's gonna be the one.
If it ain't him, it might be one of the boosters. Yeah. But Kiyan's definitely up there in the runnings, man. And kudos to him. Kudos just making the announcement and making like college basketball something, like Syracuse something to cheer for again. Because I'm with you. Like back then, let's go. I'm watching Melo and shit. But they had that little run of 06, 07 again. Right,
it was about a 4-year window. Because I know when Melo left, it was Gary McNamara going ham in the Big East tournament.
Yeah,
and then they had Johnny Flynn at some point, and some other players that were there as well too. So Syracuse, I mean, the Big East basketball. I retweeted earlier today. Like it used to be the thing, bro. Like UConn, Syracuse, Rutgers, like all them teams, man.
Bangers. Yeah,
like, Pittsburgh, man, it used to be lit. Notre Dame.
Yes, bro. But yeah, shout out to him though, for real.
And I shed a thug tear, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, man. Like I said, Syracuse, that was one of the first schools I wanted to go to just because of like a big Carmelo fan I was, bro. So just like I said, to see him want to continue to carry his father's legacy, not only in going to Syracuse, but maybe bringing a championship there, just like his dad. So who knows? And just like I said, I wonder who's gonna be the next one to step up. There's a bunch of dope NBA players who are having kids that are starting to become into their own. And of course, knowing me, I like to pay more attention to like the business side. And I say that because like, especially Kiyan, for example, Carmelo, the way he came out of the league wasn't the best. So it's like, with you seeing how they treated your dad, even Gilbert Arenas and his son, like the league treated your dad's a type of way. And I put them in quotes for people that are not looking. They treated your dad a kind of way in his retirement, and like, what kind of knowledge did you pick up on? What kind of energy did you pick up on? So, when you go into the league one day, because they're both going to go to the league, How you gonna present yourself? How you gonna carry yourself? Are the league gonna come after you because of who your dad is? We've seen that with multiple times. Who was it? The Stephen A. with the Glenn Robinson situation. Like we've seen this time and time. So it's like now your son has got to step into the role, and it's gonna be. I'm interested in seeing how that dynamic plays out too. But like I said, I shed a thug tear because like Melo, black dads just overall being there for the kids for me is great. But like I said, to see your son go to the same school as you, it's pretty dope and a great experience to see.